Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be making punk bracelets out of old belts. You might have already seen this video posted on my shorts, but I had a follower who asked if I can do a more in-depth and detailed version on how to make these. So let's get into making belt bracelets. This project is actually pretty simple. You only need a few things. First, an old belt, any kind, some scissors. You'll need whatever hardware you want to put into your bracelets. I would recommend either using spikes, because most spikes screw in so they lay nice and flat and they won't irritate your arm. You could also use rivets, which are these kind of just circular, flat-facing pieces of metal. Again, they lay flat. I wouldn't recommend using pyramid studs or anything that has the teeth on the back, just because these teeth tend not to be thick enough to go through leather, and you don't want it to be pokey on your wrist, that would hurt. But they do make studs or rivets that screw in. You could also use grommets. I made a bracelet with grommets, I just don't know where it is. It's lost in the abyss. And for this project, I am going to be using a snap fastener. A snap fastener allows you to put on button snaps, so that your bracelet can easily snap on and off around your wrist. I love this for a lot of my sewing projects. If you don't want to mess with zippers, if you want to make things like adjustable, a snap fastener is a great tool. All right, first things first, I'm just going to start by removing the buckle so it's not in my face. Ooh, that was loud. Now that that's removed, on the other end, here's a trick. It's going to make sense later, but I'm going to cut right underneath the second hole of the button. Now we're gonna focus on the side with the holes. I'm going to wrap it around my wrist and measure it. You do wanna make sure that there is a slight overlap to your bracelet so that the snap button can attach. I always cut it slightly longer in case I need to readjust. Remember this piece I told you in the beginning? I'm going to use this as a measuring guide. So I'm going to overlap the hole
and then mark where the other hole is.
This is my lazy measuring hack.
Now I have my marks all evenly spaced out, and I'm taking a miscellaneous sharp object and I'm poking in those holes. I'm going to grab that scrap leather that we used to measure the holes to also trace the end shape of the belt.
Now we're gonna do the snap fastener. We're gonna put it on the first hole and the last hole. That's where the buttons will go. Now honestly, using a snap fastener is not hard. There are just different pieces that need to be put in, but I always just look at the instructions every time. It's pretty straightforward. So for the top piece, which looks like this, and then you open it up and it looks like that, we're going to put the flat piece at the bottom, like this. So now our snap fastener has the flat piece. We take the button topper, it kind of pokes out. So I'm going to put it through the front. So I want that button topper to be at the front. And then I'm gonna take this kind of like hollow circle. The flat back is going to go facing the bracelet. So I have the flat top, the flat back goes against it with the little belly button piece sticking out. This top piece is going to rest in here, and I'm going to slowly lower it down to the hole and then squeeze it. And you see now there's the button there and the snap on the back. Now for the other side, we need to remove this piece. We're going to put the piece with like a little circle in the middle in, like that. The second two pieces look like this. It's kind of like a circle with some bumps on the outside and then a circular piece with this thing sticking out. Again, if you're confused, look at the instructions. They have pictures, so it does make it easier to follow along. But you see how when you fold the bracelet over, this is going to snap on top of this hole. So Little pokey one is going to go through the back side. Again, the flat side of the second piece is going to line up here. We stick it inside and squeeze it. So now it snaps together and unsnaps. And now I'm just gonna screw in the spikes. So usually with spikes, there's the top piece, which is the spike itself, and then there is a little screw. So I'm gonna stick the little screw to the back side, and you can just screw it in with your fingers. So now I have one spike on, and it looks like this on the back side. We're just gonna go and do that in all of the holes. And after you've installed your spikes in the rest of the holes, you are done. And now you have a high quality leather bracelet that you made out of something else. And of course, this method doesn't only work for bracelets. You could also make a necklace, you can make boot straps, you could get creative. Let me know if you decide to make these, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.